Gotta stay on your toes. It's things to change real fast, that's how it goes in the city. Gotta watch for the folks and kinfolk. Homeboy on the go in the city. And that's what it do, hey, what it do, hey, what it do in the city, and that's what it do, KC. What it do, hey, what it do in the city. Hey, people, I'm Mr. 10.
And I'm Cousin C.
Man, we got my boy Casey Amos in the building, man, and if you don't know now, you do know, and you do know that. Boom! What's cracking, man? How you doing, brother?
Man, out here at Access Hollywood, man. Good to see y'all, man.
Man, we out here at Access Hollywood, Access Urban Hollywood, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
and it's just a pleasure to have you here, man, with us, man, and sit down and chop it up. We appreciate you taking your time out to do that, man. This is a show, man, and a platform called What It Do in the City, where we like to give flowers to the talent, to the entrepreneurs, to the up and coming talent, to the stars, to everybody. We want to give flowers to the highs and the lows, the mids. Everybody ain't far apart, up or down. We all equal. You feel me?
Exactly.
Man, so, man, tell us what's going on with you.
Man, I'm just out here enjoying the event. You know, I've been working on this documentary that chronicles my father's life. My father was John Amos.
Oh, wow.
We lost him about a year ago, but I was lucky enough to travel with him the last couple of years of his life and get all the intimate stories and his perspective on life. So I'm looking forward to finishing that piece off and getting it out there.
Yeah, our condolences to Pops too, man, John, man. For those who don't know, that was James on Good Times. You know what I'm saying? You see the resemblance.
Hey,
you know what
I was
I'm saying?
just watching something on YouTube about him in Good Times, man.
Hey, I saw him up in the movie just recently. What was the name of the movie with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby?
Oh, you talking about the old school?
The old school joint.
Yeah,
man, and they was
with Dolomite in there.
Yeah, and they was running Bill Cosby.
Badass song. No, you talking about the other one? I can't think of the name right now.
I know, but J.J. Evans is in that one too. He's a boxer in that. But anyway, I saw Pops in that just as recently.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. Yeah, man. For those who don't know, that's who Pops was, man. But yeah, man, tell us about the documentary, man.
Man, it chronicles his life story, you know, from his early days growing up in Newark, New Jersey, all the way through high school to where he on to college, where he started to play pro ball, and he actually played for a very hot minute with the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's how you got your name, huh?
Yeah, that's where the emblem KC. He always wanted to name his son after, you know, the most momentous time in his career with the NFL. So I looked up and got a name, Kansas City Chiefs. KC from it. Mom had to balance it out. It stands for Kelly Christopher, but everybody know me as KC. So so whenever the Chiefs on, Pops shut the house down and wasn't nothing but time to watch some football when the Chiefs came on. He was a diehard.
So you telling me that Pops looked at his brief football career bigger than Hollywood? So to speak?
Well, I think it was the first thing that he set out to do.
Oh, right.
To find his way, you know, because he came from very modest beginnings in Newark and East Orange, New Jersey, and for a way out, he saw his way out as football. Yeah. So that was his first love, and it took for Hank Stram, the famous coach from the Kansas City Chiefs, to tell him, say, John, there's some serious football players out here. You might want to think about a career in Hollywood because you got everybody laughing, but I don't think you fit to really be a running back for the Chiefs. You know, so that kind of inspired him. He took that message to heart and worked his way over to Hollywood. He started off as a sketch writer for the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and the sketches he wrote were so hilarious. You know, they said, "Oh, you got to be on camera with this." Yeah. So they came up with Gordy the Weatherman, and then he shot off from there to Good Times and Roots and Coming to America and the whole nine.
Yeah. Hey, you know, Jim Brown ended up in acting as well too. He was a great football player too for a minute.
Oh yeah, they were partners. They were running partners for a little while there.
Yeah, man. So that's dope, man. How did you start directing, or have you always been into that?
Well, the inspiration for it happened early on because when I was about 5 years old, my father would take me to the set of Roots. Mm-hmm. And obviously at the time I wasn't ready to be a part of something. They would send me over to the sandbox with the rest of Rugrats, but I was attracted to it. I could see it. Well, they making an adult version of Make Believe, and nothing more pure than what I could bring to it right now. But they wasn't ready to hear that at that age, so I just said, well, one day I'm gonna get my chance. And then the real inspiration came when I saw the piece on TV. I come from a mixed background, and I just happened to be with the white side of my family. My mom got blonde hair and blue eyes, so I was with the white side of my family, and seeing their reaction to the character Kunta Kinte, played by my father, when they chopped his foot off. I turned around and saw the tears coming down from the white side of my family's face. I realized at the age of 5, I said, well, Pops is doing something real important. If he making my family tear up like this, I says, I got to be involved with this at some point. So it's just a matter of time till later on I decided, to go to film school, graduated Cal Arts with a master's degree in live action, went on to do a number of music videos for some of the biggest artists, from Mac 10, Fat Joe, Big Pun, Dog Pound.
Friends of mine.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I was that dude that said, hey man, regardless of the budget or whatever, we're gonna make it look like you got 3 times as much. So Corrupt, all them dudes became my friends, and we did like We Can Freak It.
Shit, I'm glad I know you now, Jack, because I need you to shoot some of this shit, man. I got hundreds and hundreds of songs. I need you to get with you, man.
We got you. The red cameras on deck when we break it out and make it happen.
Yeah. You just need the right shooting guy behind that camera, man.
That's it, man.
Hey, listen, quick question. With you being on the set of Roots and stuff, how did that affect you? Because seeing that cinematic drama, and then learning about it in life, because you were only 5, you said at the time, around 5, 6. Right. But seeing that, did that ever play any toll on you?
You internalize what's going on, and you realize what's going on more than you realize at that age. So you kind of want to make a statement about diving between cultures and saying, hey man, don't try to put us in a box. We can make any kind of films or music videos. Not only was I able to work with urban hip hop artists, but I ventured off and did country artists. I think it made me more open and susceptible to being part of all cultures. I think.
But it didn't mess you up any.
No. If anything, it helped you dive between the cultures a little easier, and
with more understanding,
and say, hey man, I'm not just trying to be perceived as one type of filmmaker. I could be diverse and make a plethora of different types of stories that we could tell out here.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's what's up.
I remember the Roots marathons, man.
Yeah,
that thing was a week long. Moms used to make us sit down and just soak that in, man.
That's why I asked that question. Like, shit.
That was a rites of passage, man. To sit down and take that in all week, man. People don't know about the miniseries nowadays, boy. They still binge watch, but back then, though, it was different when the whole country would shut down at the same time and watch that joint.
Man. That's why I asked that question, because that was a deep film for us to be watching. Another one, like 12 Years a Slave, was deep as well.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I was just wondering or if it even affected you in any kind of way. Since you were so young and then you grew up to see it.
During that time, that was the first time a little kid ran up to me and flipped the N-word on me. Like things were hostile. It made it like a hot topic at the time, so everybody was working their stuff out. I remember one of Pops' favorite stories to tell was we was driving on the freeway and somebody pulled up next to us, a big brother pulled up next to us, said, roll the window down, and got Pops to pull over and said, man, when they cut your foot off, man, I took my pistol out and shot the TV.
Oh,
Pops was like, well, damn, man, I mean,
it was TV.
I hope you got a new TV. Man. And we drove off because things were heated out in the community during that time, man. People had a lot to say at that time, so I'm fortunate to be a small part of that point in history.
Are you from Jersey or KC?
Now, Pops had moved out here, so I was born right out here in the San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
Pops had taken us back to see his roots back in Jersey quite a bit over the years, and I got to experience both coasts.
Yeah, I'm kind of bi-coastal too. My father's there, my mother's here, so been back and forth my entire life. Yeah, that's what people tell me. You
go to Jersey to learn. Oh, you can get some Timbs and a leather jacket Out here, you don't know nothing about but some Levi's and some T-shirts and
Some
shit.
khakis, chucks, or something. But that was then. Now we flavorful as a motherfucker. Because I'm originally from LA,
That's
but
right.
you know what I mean. But having the best of both worlds like that did help as well.
Exactly.
You're absolutely
Make you
right.
more well-rounded, and the schools are way better on the East Coast as far as like when you get caught up in LA Unified. It's more of just a place to contain the kids. But it was nice to go out and live on the East Coast with pops. Like during 8th and 9th grade, I said, "Wow, they really take it
different. It was definitely
seriously
different.
out here."
Absolutely.
And had the fresh new books and the whole nine. So this is a big difference.
At the fresh new books, nigga had to go make copies of the books and shit out here.
Yeah, out here they had torn out pages and graffiti and things. So, man, it's nice to get that East Coast flavor, keep you balanced.
So, do you have an expected date to get the documentary off?
I know it's going to be about the summer of next year by the time we finish it up. Just connecting all the dots with the last little cameos and getting my father's peers in there so they could speak on it, and connecting the dots with the distributor. And I'm looking at like late summertime 2026. It'll be like
awesome.
August. You'll be seeing America's Dad, the John Amos story.
That's what I was about to ask you. You had a title for it.
I was gonna ask you, is that you releasing that yourself or?
No, we looking for a distributor. We're distributor right now. We got a couple situations with like a Netflix and Amazon.
I see Netflix picking that up.
To see where it's
no,
going to end up.
Major.
That's where the title came from all my life, seeing how many people of all walks of life would come up to me and say, "Your father was my father, man. Could I just shake your hand?"
Shit, sure.
And I said, "Well, Dad, you got to name it America's Dad, because you may not realize it, but we look up to you as an iconic,
Father figure.
vicariously through TV, but there's so many people have come up to me and embraced me and see you as a family member, so we're going to call it America's Dad." And it took him a minute to think on it, but he said, he agreed. He said, okay, son, if that's how it's going to go. And that's the
because
title.
he was pops before Cliff.
Yeah, before Bill.
Yeah, he
before
was
Cliff.
before Cliff Huxtable. You know what I mean? He was definitely pops. You know
And
what
he
I mean?
and he was that stern one.
Yeah, he wasn't slaying.
When they showed the four fathers on there with Bill Cosby and the other dude from what's the Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah.
They show like a few of
yeah.
the fathers, but they say
Uncle Will.
Who would you be scared to bring your report card home to? They always
I think
say
it was gonna be
Pops.
James.
They always say
It
James.
was gonna be James for
You know
shit
it's gonna be
show.
James because he was quick to pull the belt out and whip JJ ass.
Man, hey, are you friends still with those guys, JJ and?
Oh yeah, when I see Bernadette Peters and them, man, it's like family members. You know what I mean? They always call and check in,
That's what's up.
and the whole nine. Ralph Carter, Jimmy Walker,
Yeah.
Bernadette Stannis.
Michael?
They all wonderful. Yeah, they all wonderful. Yeah. Ralph Carter played Michael.
Yeah.
They all still doing well and support. We always support each other in whatever projects we're working on.
Man, that's awesome,
great,
man.
man.
It's a pleasure to have you here, man. Is there any advice you can give to the up-and-coming talent and creators that's, working in the same realm as you, or just anything you want to share?
Yeah, I would just say, never underestimate your value, and put your best foot forward and go for it, and use all these platforms to your benefit right now. Now they got YouTube and so many ways on social media to start your practice every day, but you don't have to wait for a multi-million-dollar deal to do your thing. Start off thinking in short films, like 1 minute, 30 seconds, and as long as you sharpening your craft and getting your stuff out there, whether you in an actor or in dance or a filmmaker or artist, show your stuff, because we in a show and tell business. Get in the habit of putting your stuff out there on a regular basis. And like they always said, if you build it, they will come. So believe in yourself and keep putting your stuff out there, man. It never stops, Still, I've been in this business for a minute, but you got to continually wake up, reinvent yourself, and keep creating, and put your best foot forward and go for it.
Man. Man, it's an absolute pleasure hearing those words, man, and of wisdom and advice, brother. And it's an absolute pleasure meeting you, too, for the first time, man. Hopefully, I get to work with you in the near future and do a lot more things with you, man.
My boys at the City of Commerce going to keep this film thing going, and that's what's been missing out here in these bigger cities, is we get we get so caught up chasing and trying to service the industry where we could be creating our own and start back creating this kind of creative community like this right here going on today, and start meeting up regularly on a monthly basis, man. And sky's the limit what we can build together.
Yeah, the camaraderie is awesome if we get that together. No way. Do you have a handle or Instagram or anything they can find you at and get any more information from you?
Always hit me on IG, k.c.amos. KC Amos right on IG, and I do a lot of TikTok as well. KC.filmmaker over there, man, and I'm accessible. Hit me up. That's how we keep the train going.
Hey, you do know that, man. Hey, man, it's been another episode of What It Do in the City, man. KC Amos. I'm Mr. 10.
I'm Cousin Sink.
And if you don't know, now you do know, and you do know that. Boom!
All right, guys. That was